Take platforming, apes, and the definition of bizarre, throw them in a blender, and the result is Skullmonkeys, a title that deserves some much needed spotlight. Skullmonkeys released January 28th, 1998 here in the States for the Sony PlayStation. Reviews were moderate amongst the major gaming outlets at the time of its release, but there was a lot going against the game. A 2D platformer in the late 90s did it no favors either. There were of course exceptional 2D releases like Mischief Makers and Tomba, but the gaming market was already in the full swing of 3D. Popular releases like Crash Bandicoot and Super Mario 64 redefined the platforming genre and showcased what 3D technology could do for gaming. Adding insult to injury was the fact that Resident Evil 2 released just a week prior.
Wait! Don't shoot!
Get down!
Who would blame anyone for not playing Skullmonkeys then? I'd be spending my time in Raccoon City too. Skullmonkeys is the second in a duology, with the first being the Neverhood, which was a point-and-click adventure released only on PC. Created by Doug TenNapel of Earthworm Jim fame. His distinct art style and charm can be felt throughout. Gross-out humor and unique character designs all in tow. The game was made using real clay with stop-motion cutscenes. Not only were the environments incredible to gawk at, but the soundtrack was on point too. And speaking of which, man is this one far out. Each world has a distinct tune, from the upbeat Monk Rushmore to the sinister Evil Engine number 9. If you were a kid that survived hearing the little bonus room song, you deserve a medal. For the uninitiated,
Listen to this!
There are no monsters here. Hey, wait, look over there.
anyways, you do not need to play the Neverhood prior to playing Skullmonkeys, as it stands on its own with a simplistic story, if you could even call it one. The game immediately opens with a cutscene that quickly demands your attention. The first words uttered,
"A bad man fell from the sky,"
as our antagonist plummets towards a mysterious planet. Meanwhile, our hero, Klaymen, receives a distress call from the only Skullmonkey with intelligence. Klaymen's distress call puts him in a winged suit, flying towards the planet to defeat his evil brother Clog, who has taken root as leader of the Skullmonkeys on their homeworld, the planet Idznak, leaving Klaymen's best friend Willie all by himself. These literal boneheaded primates are the main inhabitants, although there are plenty of other nasties mucking about. The Skullmonkeys are enlisted to create Evil Engine number 9 to destroy the Neverhood, home to the aptly named Neverhoodians and our hero. Good guy off to beat the bad guy. Par for the course so far until you witness Klaymen farting straight out of the antenna on his head or eating beans by shoving them in his eye socket. Slapstick humor like that was prevalent throughout 90s culture. Earthworm Jim, for instance, had showcased a plethora of jokes sprinkled across each world. In the first level, you use your head as a whip to drop a refrigerator down onto a seesaw to launch a cow through space.
One category is still in place.
Yeah, Alex, I'll take sentences I never thought I'd say for 500, please. This kind of humor drew me in, though. It was different. Joehead Joe, the boss of the hot dog factory world, features a giant skull monkey with a developer's head as a torso. This made for one of the strangest boss fights I have ever encountered, and I've beaten Psycho Mantis. While Skullmonkeys looks like a game designed for children on the surface, the difficulty would prove otherwise. Like most platformers, the beginning is a breeze. Most fledgling players should have no issues getting through the first few worlds. Then it hits you. Things pick up pace around the time you get to the YNT areas. The YNT are an insect race with humanoid features that behave much like the monkeys do. GameSpot's review from back in the day states that the game would wear you down after a while. They were not kidding. You were expected to make pixel-perfect jumps, and no save states to save you here either. Passwords you get throughout only apply to the first area of each world, and there are 17 worlds total. Some worlds containing 4 to 5 levels that can drag on what feels like forever. There are bonus rooms that reward the player with many 1-ups and power-ups, and you're gonna need them because you're gonna be going through them. You collect 3 swirly cues to be transported to a beautiful bonus room. Klaymen has one power-up that makes a fart clone of himself that you take control of. It acts as a free hit like the Halo power-up, but the difference is you will go back to the spot Klaymen farted the clone out of. If you survive long enough in this form, you will retain your spot without reverting back. There are green bullets that are also incredibly helpful as you can attack hard to reach foes from a distance. There are phoenix birds that act as homing missiles and have definitely got me out of a jam or two. Super willies collect all items on the screen and can really help with those hard to reach items. The supernova turns Klaymen into what looks like Earthworm Jim for a moment and decimates all enemies on screen. The coolest of the bunch, or the grooviest if you will, is the 1970s icons, which transport you to a bonus level set in the, you guessed it, the 70s. Shaggy carpeting? Check. Kaleidoscope visuals? Check. Groovy music? Check.
Groovy, baby.
But I think we're forgetting something here. Oh yeah, the lava lamp. It really brings it all together. Good luck making it here though, as the 1970s icons are the hardest collectibles to find in the game. For your exploration efforts, you will be rewarded handsomely. Taking off the rose-tinted glasses reveals a game rife with unnecessarily punishing sections and tedium. Most novice players wouldn't even get to see all the game offered due to fatigue. I had to put my controller down for the same reasons. And you thought Cuphead was the Dark Souls of platformers? Better think again. If you're a masochistic gamer that loves a good challenge in 2D platformers, look no further than Skullmonkeys, my friend. It's far from perfect, but also captures the essence of PS1 era gaming. It oozes charm with wacky worlds to explore and a healthy dose of absurdities. Not bad.